Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 9 of my Clouds of Darkness Let's Play. Last time, I tried to get some enchanting going so I could get some magical wood and make myself, well, something to speed up these ender lilies. Unfortunately, I ran into a bit of a snag, and that snag is essence infused diamond. Oops. Let me see if I can pull this up. Basically, I need to get into magical crops pretty heavily. Maybe it's just an essence diamond. Here. You know what? It'll be faster if I look up diamond. What I need out of magical crops specifically, there it is, infused diamond, that's all it's called, is obsidian essence, which I have plenty of. Essence of obsidian, and essence of gold, which I have no access to. To get essence of gold, I need gold seeds, and to get gold seeds, I need a strong essence. To get strong essence, I need a strong infusion stone and an awful lot of regular essence. And what this means, all of this, what this means to me when I boil it all down to the bare bones basics, is I really need to get some serious plant growth acceleration happening. And I have a plan to make that happen, but step one along the way is going to be an awful lot of redstone. And as you can see, I am not exactly swimming in redstone. I only have 19. But that's going to be enough to get this started. Oh, hang on. We're going to put you away and play with Plague 2 later, because I'm sure it's going to be fun when I have time to mess with it. So, a couple of options for plant growth acceleration exist in this pack that I know of. The ones that I've tested in the past are the lily pads of fertility from Reliquary, and these are a solid option, but they require splash fertilizer serum, which takes a whole bunch of bone meal, and some condensed splash serum, which requires nether wart. Yeah, and I don't really have much in the way of nether wart yet, if I have any at all. I think I might have one somewhere. Yeah, and even then, I can get a limited number of them affecting a single area. So I'm going to set up to build some of those as well, but I'm going to need to get some nether wart rolling in before I can do that. And the best way to get nether wart rolling requires some soul sand. Now, soul sand is something that I do have the ability to create. We're going to grab from our gold chest a bit of... Oh, where is it? Did I put all of my seeds over here? I could have sworn I had at least one melon, obsidian. Hang on a moment. Let me find where I have this thing. I'll be right back. Alrighty. As it turns out, I had the wrong idea entirely. I thought I had some ancient spores from sifting all of that sand way back when, but as it turns out, in this pack, ancient spores are only available from sifting fake dimension dirt from fake ores. And what ancient spores will get you is the ability to create mycelium. Luckily, we have a workaround because we have plenty of natural essence. Oh, where is it? Finding it amongst all of this is a bit of a pain. Looks like a little leaf. I'm blind, I swear. There it is. It had the 42 covering it. I guess essence of nature is currently the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. So we're going to grab 4 of that by scrolling up with the mouse wheel over top of it to move it from there one at a time for each tick. And we're going to grab some dirt out of here. I'm not sure how to get little bits of dirt. Can I shift click to get one? No, that got me a stick. Can I left click? Left click and gets one. Excellent. So 4 dirt and 4 essence of nature when combined in this pattern in your crafting table. Maybe you need something in the inside? Did I screw up here? Yes, you need a mushroom. Okay, that's okay. I have plenty of mushrooms, I believe. I have at least one mushroom here somewhere. And the one will become... Oh, I have 21 mushrooms. Yeah, that's more than enough. If you need to get mushrooms of your own, sieve fertilized dirt, which you're going to be doing to get at least your first few essence seeds anyway. Okie dokie. So we're going to put some mushrooms there, and we're going to put some dirt like this, and we're going to put some essence of nature in there. And now we have 8 mycelium. And we're going to take one of our barrels, just one. I'm not too worried about being super cautious with all of this. Right now, I just want to get a bit of soul sand going. And you'll find out the reason for that soon. Why? Oh, I need sand. That's okay. Let's grab a stack of cobble. And as long as I'm at it, yeah, we'll just do the one for now. But in a little bit, I'll probably do a bunch more. Where do I want you? Let's stuff you back here in a corner where I don't care about. Yeah, I like that. 3. Put you here, you here, you there, and there, and hit F7, make sure we're good. Excellent. Get some cobblestone down, and we're just going to toss the barrel on top of that, and we're going to come back with a bit of water. Now, a barrel with water in surrounded by mycelium will slowly convert to witch water. And you can see the conversion process. It's not even all that slow, but it's not instantaneous. And then once you have a barrel full of witch water, or a bucket of witch water in a barrel, stuff your sand in there, and it turns into soul sand instantaneously. Awesome. Now that that's done, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to stuff it next to this guy. And we're going to toss the nether wart in there, and that'll just kind of passively grow. I believe I should be able to just put it in and it'll eventually, yep, there we go. Fantastic. And if I really want to get some of it going fast, well, I can spray it down with water from my watering can. But plants don't grow at night. So that takes care. Hello. There are monsters in my tree. I don't like that. I'm going to have to do something about that. In fact, I'm highly tempted to just set the thing on fire. Which, you know, isn't very nice, but it would get rid of the monster. And skeleton out of the corner of my eye makes me go, ah, on the inside. Anyway, moving right along. Let's grab some essence dust and our weak essence. And now we're going to work on getting more redstone rolling. We're also going to need 8 essence of dye and 8 essence of obsidian. There we go. First things first, let's take our... Oh, it's in my inventory. Let's take our weak infusion stone, and we will be surrounding it with 8 essence of dye to create the regular infusion stone. You can also create the regular infusion stone using essence of coal, essence of water, essence of fire, essence of earth, and essence of air. I believe air, earth, fire, and water are or actually no, it's fire, earth, water, and coal. I don't know if air is necessary. Anyway, a bunch of these first tier ones are required for the quest line in Challenges of the Beings, which I will come back to and handle later on. Yes, water, fire, coal, and earth, not air. Fantastic. I suppose because the airbender could already bend air. So that, right, that creates a regular infusion stone and keeps the weak infusion stone? That's a little odd. Anyway, the regular infusion stone goes into the crafting table, and you can surround that with essence of obsidian. That was the weak. To get your strong infusion stone. This can also be crafted with essence of redstone, essence of glowstone, and that's it. And once again, you keep your old stone. I believe that this is left over from when you weren't able to use the lower tier stone recipes with the higher tier stones. However, these days you can. I can totally put my strong infusion stone in there, surround it with my essence dust, and have that essence dust go, oh no, actually, that's still that way. Never mind. You need to use your weak infusion stone with your essence dust to create your weak essence. And then if you want to turn some of that weak essence, which I do, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, into regular essence, you're going to need to get your regular infusion stone in there. And there you go, regular essence. And we're going to go collect 1 essence seed from over here. And we'll put away our weak essence for the moment. We're going to combine that essence seed with 4 redstone and 4 regular essence. And I'm doing it wrong again. I can never remember what the proper order for this is. And that creates me some redstone seeds. And now I can grow the redstone that I need. Regular essence can also be used to make a number of other crops, which are all very useful. There we go. Your redstone seeds, your obsidian seeds, your glowstone seeds, your copper seeds, rubber seeds, tin seeds, and sulfur seeds. Also magical food, but you need strong essence for that. Magical food is pretty good because of the regen 2 for 5 seconds. You'll heal, I believe, 5 or so, but it's not the best in the world. So let's get this redstone planted. And we're going to just let that grow for a while. We're not going to do much with it at the moment because now that we have the ability to get some netherwort moving and we have a renewable source of redstone, we can focus on some other things. All of that can be left to go while we work on other tasks. The other task that I want to work on first is in Survival of the Fittest, and it is Burn Baby Burn. Let's get ourselves some survivalist generators. We're going to need 8 of them. And survivalist generators are made with slab furnaces. So I could make myself a whole bunch more slab furnaces, or I could just replace the ones that I currently have. But if I'm going to replace the ones that I have with something better, which I would like to do, then I'm going to need to do some additional crafting along the way. For one thing, I need to make myself some more better chest upgrades and another one of those better chests. Hang on, let me get rid of my infusion stuff for the moment. And what's that better chest require? Oh, just a chest surrounded by cobblestone. That's right. I may eventually remember that recipe, but I don't think it's likely. Small bit of slowdown there. That's fine. Nothing I can't handle. There we are. We're going to want one of you. We're going to want a couple of those upgrades. Just 2 for now. One of them is going to be a furnace upgrade, so I'm going to need to make 4 redstone torches. And turn 2 of those torches into... or turn the torches into 2 redstone repeaters. And then they go like this, I believe. Hang on a second. Where is my energy? I almost remembered it, but couldn't quite manage it. Right, you need the 4 blocks of charcoal. That's what I'm forgetting. But luckily, I have plenty of charcoal. I knew I was getting some prepared for a reason. Huh. Apparently just enough, too. I couldn't even manage a second one of these. That's fine. I'll need more later, but I'll be able to mass produce charcoal in a moment here without at a much more efficient rate. And then after we have the energy upgrade, we need to make a furnace upgrade. And the furnace upgrade is made with 4 slab furnaces. Well, look how many we have. Grab you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the upgrade case in the center and redstone around the edges. This gives us our furnace upgrade. Now, if I put my adjustable chest down, and I'm mostly going to be using this cooked charcoal, so let's leave it in this area. And I put in the energy upgrade and the furnace upgrade. If I were to toss in, say, a bunch of rubber wood, it would start processing into charcoal right away without using any resources, just slowly over time. Now, there's a max of 1 upgrade per chest on this. It's not going to move any faster than this, but it's going to happen pretty much automatically. So now I have access to all the charcoal I could imagine. And I'm actually going to just go ahead and let 4 stacks of this cook up. I'm just going to ignore it. Let it run. Don't need to pay any more attention to it than that. Now, for our survivalist generators, we unfortunately are going to need more redstone than we have already. I knew this was a potential outcome. Let's see if we have any in the chest. We have 7 out of the 16 that we need. Bullocks. That's okay. Really got to fix this whole mob drop thing, but it's not something that takes enough of my time to bother with it yet. All right, so I think that what I'm going to do is me and the watering can here are going to spend some quality time with my crops to get this redstone going a little bit better. And yeah, maybe to get some lily pads of fertility set up. So yeah, I'll be back after I get some things growing, because I am doing my best to completely avoid the sieve this time around. I've used it as much as I want to, and I want to grow everything else if it's possible. So, I shall return briefly. See you soon. As it happens, folks, that evening was a blood moon anyway, so there was no way for me to skip past and keep working. I was going to have to cut the camera. It all ends up working out. I came out with a couple of stacks of nether wart. We have our third redstone seed now, which is awesome. That's going to speed things up a bit. And the knowledge that... Oh, well, 8 redstone essence, that's nice. And the knowledge that these nether warts will not be harvested by a better chest. So if you want to really grow them long term, you're going to need something better than that. Either that or I'm using the wrong upgrade. It's a little odd that a vanilla plant would not be harvestable in that way. In any case, let's start making some lily pads of fertility, as I've got a couple of stacks of netherwort and a couple of stacks of bone meal. Not bone meal, gunpowder. So let's grab our glass and the materials to make more glass panes specifically. We need to grab 5 glass panes at a time, which will make us 5 vials at a time. Well, it's going to take us at least 10 vials to make one of these lily pads. So let's start there. I'll demonstrate with one and I'll do the rest off camera. These vials need to be filled with water, but luckily, unlike some other things like potion bottles, they will stack. And then you can just combine them very simply with your netherwort and your gunpowder to make your condensed splash potion, or condensed splash serum. Now that condensed splash serum needs to be combined with 3 bone meal each to get your splash fertilizer serum. Now, here, let me actually make one more of these just to show you what it can do and what it's... let me make 2 of them, in fact. I want to show you what it can do and what its effects on magical crops and, what was it? Ender lilies? No, we won't risk the ender lilies. I want to show you what its effects on regular crops and on magical crops are. So there we go. To make these into the lily pads, well, first off, we're going to need a lily pad, but that's a simple case of 6 essence of nature becomes 8 lily pads. So we'll stick one of them in the middle, surround it with 8 of the splash fertilizer serums, and we get 1 lily pad of fertility. We'll set that up in a moment. First things first, I want to grab, well, let's grab all of these wheat seeds, and we'll spread them out here. And I'm going to toss this splash fertilizer serum right here in the middle of them with a right click. And as you can see, it spread a bone meal effect over everything. In fact, if I toss this into the magical crops, you can see it even better, because when a bone meal effect is applied to an obsidian, to a magical crop, oh, hey. Nothing happened, because all of these are fully grown. It won't affect a fully grown magical crop, but a partially grown magical crop. Do I have it? Nope, I put my bone meal away. I can show you very quickly that something like this, which is partially grown, you apply bone meal, nothing happens. It gets reset back. It actually makes it take a lot longer to grow. So those are kind of neat as a way to use up your gunpowder and netherwort and maybe extend your bone meal slightly, but it happens at the cost of glass, so not really worth it in my personal opinion. All right, so I'm gonna get the rest of these made up off camera, and then I only actually have enough here for 2 more, or 1 more lily pad. Wow, I need to cook some glass. All right, so I'm gonna get some more glass cooked up, and I'm gonna create the vials, and I'm going to get a whole bunch more of these lily pads of fertility made off camera. Wanted to show you essence of redstone. 8 of them in a little furnace pattern like that turns into 6 redstone dust. Not nearly enough for our purposes. We're going to need quite a bit more than that. So let me show you. Well, actually, no. Let me go get that work done. So yeah, I'll be right back, folks. Alrighty, folks. We have 17 lily pads of fertility, a couple buckets of water, and 6 stacks of cobblestone. I'm going to grab my builder's one, and we are going to upgrade this farm facility. And we're going to start, actually, by digging a hole. Wow, that went fast. Oh, what do you know? I don't actually need to water pillar down. I've already got some cobblestone underneath there. Fantastic. But I do want to go actually one deeper than that even. Just so that things can be nice and... So we don't have a bunch of words. Words being hard. So we don't have a bunch of words being hard. Yeah. So we don't have a bunch of particles dripping down into the void all of the time. That will be... Life will be better without that. In my opinion. And as I'm the one that is running things here, my opinion's the one that matters. You know what? We're going to get here before we do that. There we are. And we're going to chop through that stuff. Like so. And we're going to get up here. Because holding shift in the builder's wand don't really mix. It forces it to only do one layer when I don't want it to do one Y layer. I really want it to do both. And I do want to run it along here as well, actually. Ow, ow, ow. Ender lilies, when they're of sufficient growth, will harm you when you touch them. So, be aware of that. It is an occupational hazard of the ender lily farmer. I'm gonna hold shift to live, void walk my way out to the edge of this. And we're gonna fill in, so we've got a nice little canal running around the edges of our farms. That's the idea here anyway. And around that canal, we've got a nice little ring of stone to keep it locked in. 1, 2 more. 1, 2. Fantastic. Where's my... Here you are. Bump, bump, bump. Oh, I don't need to do that, do I? Anyway, you get the idea here. I just wanted to show you guys that I can, in fact, balance on the edge of nothingness without falling in. I probably will leave out building sequences like this in the future. I just want you guys to see my void walking skills, so you know that I'm not just, like, popping into cheat mode, turning on creative, and flying around to build things. I actually take the time to go and do it the hard way. And there we are. So I'll be right back once I'm done with the construction. Alrighty, folks. Construction complete. Now, I tore things up a bit and I expanded everything. As you can see, I'm planning on having this be a major farming area, mostly populated by these lily pads of fertility. Let's start getting them into the world. You can see what these are all about. They will affect a 7x7 area around them. So this one over here will actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 catch this line right here, which means most of them will be helping both of these two plots that I have set up. And these ones through the center here will be affecting all of the squares on both. What the lily pads of fertility do is they increase they cause plants to have extra ticks. It's not, I don't have the exact numbers. I don't have the math on it. I wish I did, actually, because that would be kind of awesome. But it's a significantly noticeable effect. So let's get our everything put back where it belongs. Essence dust in here with the weak essence and essence seeds. And those get planted real quick. And you are going to be our redstone chest. In fact, I'm already generating excess essence seeds, which is awesome, which means I have extras that I'm going to be able to plant. Now, the reason I took this chest out of here is because the ender lilies, honestly, with the way they're set up right now, I don't need them to be automatically harvested and replanted. I can do that on my own manually. And the nether wart, I have to manually harvest. They will replant it, but for some reason will not harvest it. And I'm going to let the people that are in charge of this know about that. And, oop, you're at 86%, not quite enough. But as you can see, the lily pads of fertility are having a significant effect on the growth rate of these. They've only been down for just a little bit, and you can already see that there are plants that are nearing full growth, which is amazing. I should now have a pretty decent source of redstone, and I definitely have a good source of essence going on. Now, throughout all of this work, I have completely depleted my baked apple supply as of now. So, it's time to get something a little bit better going. Now that that's up and running, I can safely let it go, leave it alone, and let the resources begin flowing in. Well, I'm going to harvest these dye seeds while I'm here because more dye seeds are a good thing. Hello, skeleton, ghost, freaky skeleton thing. If you want to make this weird graphical effect happen less often, don't leave the edges empty. You can fill in that edge up there and it'll stop things from glitching through quite as frequently. It'll still happen every now and then, but not nearly to the frequency that it has been for me. All right, so I want food. I don't want to have to keep cooking apples, eating apples for the rest of eternity. As such, it's time to get something better right now. Let's just do 16 of these. You want loop half of key and tooth half of key. And if you put these together in a crafting grid, you'll get crystal keys. They do not stack. So, oh, careful with that. You don't want to do what I just did. Oh, that's fine. I can just, whatever. Now, when you use a crystal key, you don't want to do it on this platform because one, you're going to end up accidentally cheating. And two, when you use a crystal key, the space in front of and below you becomes a chest. So I'm going to use a few of these and then I'm going to move, I'm going to use two and then I'm going to move an extra space over and then I'm going to use two. I'm going to move an extra space over and I'm going to use two and I'm going to do that for this entire line. And now if I start gathering these, oh, well, that one's actually a pretty good one. These runes, Dragonstone, that's what I'm after. Dragonstone and gold. These runes are used normally to upgrade jewelry in Wildecraft, but that is currently disabled as all of the good jewelry you have to fetch and get lucky with. You pretty much need to collect it. Ooh, rune bars, those are nice. If you can find a good collection of these, you can make some ridiculously strong gear. We'll continue with that in just a moment. Where did you go? Oh, interesting. It is replacing the ones that I already had there. That's kind of neat. Oh, and now I can totally just use the key next to this chest and get my goodies without needing to worry about doing a whole bunch of extra work, which is nice. Though I still I don't trust it not to have some sort of, like, I don't trust it not to be missing something here. So we're just gonna break those. And yes, I'm wasting chests. No, I don't care. I have a ridiculous amount of wood available. There we are. Ooh, diamonds and rubies and more dragonstone, which is what I'm really after. The rubies are not the greatest at the moment because you cannot upgrade the jewelry that you can make out of them. Dragonstone, on the other hand, pretty much is the greatest thing ever. Alrighty, folks, that last bit about the Dragonstone, unfortunately and embarrassingly, that was completely wrong. I'm not quite sure how I got the saturation buff that I did while I was hanging around in my test world, but even having full Dragonstone equipment, I was not able to create the health gain effect that I was expecting. As such, we are going to... I'll toss you in here with the rest of the other random junk. We're going to build a different method of automatically feeding ourselves. For one, I forgot the upgrade of all things. We are going to grab one of those upgrade cases, and we're going to put that with 4 wheat in here to create the feeding upgrade. We're going to take one of these 2 adjustable chests I made, and it's going to get combined with 2 wool, 4 string, and 2 leather, like so, to create the adjustable bag. And to the adjustable bag, we are going to add the feeding upgrade. Wait a second. I am doing what am I doing wrong here? Feeding upgrade. That's for animals. I was trying to feed myself. Player feeding upgrade. Okay, well, hopefully the feeding upgrade is a component in the player feeding upgrade. And it is. And it looks like I can use fish or melons or cookies, or are those the only options? Fish, melon, and cookie? chicken, rotten flesh. There you go. We'll grab 8 rotten flesh because that sounds deliciously appetizing. We'll surround our feeding upgrade with that. And that was ineffective. And of course, it is just a simple matter of me being intensely silly as I am in a rush. The player feeding upgrade starts with an upgrade case, not with the feeding upgrade. So there we go. Player feeding upgrade plus the adjustable bag creates an adjustable bag with the player feeding upgrade. Now, if I put any sort of food into that bag, it will automatically feed it to me. I'll demonstrate with that rotten flesh. It's actually not doing so until I can use the... Well, it's just not doing so at the moment. Maybe the rotten flesh doesn't count. I could toss this this bread in there and it should feed me. Instead, I'm going to toss this bread into my furnace chest and I'm going to use toast because, as you can see, the bread is becoming toast for absolutely no expenditure, and toast gives a half bar more hunger and a half bar more saturation. So it is the flat out better option. Now, to support my newfound bread addiction, we're going to be running over here and setting up another farm area. As you can see, I've been working on some of the lily pads, and I have quite a bit of redstone going, and these redstone seeds are propagating. And essence is incoming quickly. I am very happy. Very, very happy with this setup. There we go. I apologize that it is a little dim over here. In fact, let me go sleuth through the night real quick and make things bright for the lot of you. Now, also, this segment is coming from the future after I had signed off, so I'm going to cut back to me signing off, and it's going to be before all of this was done. Just simply because it wasn't worth re-recording that bit, and, well, I was lazy, I'm going to be honest. It is late, and I did not feel like re-recording the last bits. There we go. So, now we get our chest down, and we add the standards. Hey, where's my energy upgrade? Of course it's missing. Why would it be where I could find it the one time I really need it? Or maybe I didn't make it yet. I do not appear to have made it yet. Okay. And watch how fast these 12 seeds becomes an entire farm's worth of wheat. It's, well, I mean, it starts and then it takes its time, but it's going to be pretty intense how quickly all this grows now with all of these lily pads of fertility around. I'm very happy with this setup. Quite pleased. So, in between episodes, I'm going to finish filling in all of this with lily pads of fertility. And next time, we're going to dive deeper down this magical crops rabbit hole. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please leave a like, tell me what you liked about it, and consider subscribing to the channel. If you have not, please leave a dislike and tell me what I can do better. And I will see you next time.